And to more accurately estimate your range based on a certain percentage of battery that you have, we need to make some calculations. And that brings me to the next part of our video. Before we talk about the actual calculations, I would like to discuss two caveats. First one being that the energy of your battery is measured in kilowatt hours. However, all electric vehicles display it as a percentage. So what that means is if you are wanting to calculate using your consumption number, you're going to have to convert that percentage into kilowatt hours of energy. The second thing is, well, consumption is measured in two different ways. The first way is kilometers per kilowatt hour. This one is very useful in measuring and calculating exactly how far you can get with a certain amount of battery. The second way is kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. This is more useful in estimating long range distances, as in I have this many kilowatt hours of battery and how many hundreds of kilometers can I go. Most electric vehicles will be able to display consumption numbers as either kilometers per kilowatt hour or kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And of course, you can convert between the two measurements. And it's quite simple. If you want to get one of them, you just use 100 divided by the other one. So if I want to obtain the measurement in kilometers per kilowatt hour, I just have to use 100 divided by what the number is in kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers, and I will get the measurement in kilometers per kilowatt hour. Before you can calculate range from using your consumption number, you will have to convert your percentage battery into kilowatt hours of energy in the battery. Let's use my vehicle as an example, the Hyundai Kona electric. At 100% battery, it has 64 kilowatt hour of usable energy, and at 50% it has 32. So that's the conversion. Let's assume we're calculating using 50% battery on my vehicle, which is equivalent to 32 kilowatt hours. And let's try to calculate range using the measurement that I like better, which is kilometers per kilowatt hour. Let's also assume that my consumption number is based on winter highway driving. That is going to be around 4.5 kilometers per kilowatt hour. So using 32 kilowatt hours of energy and 4.5 kilometers per kilowatt hour of consumption, we simply have to multiply the two to get how many kilometers we can go. So 32 multiplied by 4.5 is 144 kilometers. So under these conditions of my vehicle having 50% battery and a consumption at highway speed in the winter of 4.5 kilometers per kilowatt hour, we are going to be able to drive 144 kilometers. Let's now convert our 4.5 kilometers per kilowatt hour consumption number into kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer consumption number. Simply divide 100 by 4.5 and you get 22.2 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. That means for every 100 kilometers driven, we are going to use 22.2 kilowatt hours. And like before, let's use 32 kilowatt hours, which is 50% battery, to find out what our range is using the new consumption number of 22.2 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Alright, let's find the driving range using our new consumption number. So what you have to do is take 32 kilowatt hours of energy, divide that by our consumption number of 22.2 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And what you get is 1.4400 kilometers, which is 144 kilometers. The exact same number as we've gotten with the other consumption number. Now, in a situation where you are driving in either an unfamiliar place or driving under unfamiliar conditions, there's a way to find out your consumption on the fly. So what you would do is just drive a certain distance and then take a look at where your consumption is. For example, recently I have done a trip between Calgary and Edmonton. If I didn't know what to expect, what I would do is drive about 70 to 100 kilometers and then take a look at what the consumption number is. So chances are, by that distance, driving at a constant speed on the same highway, I would have gotten a consumption number that is accurate for the rest of the stretch. So then I will take that number and the battery that's remaining and see how far I can go. And I will use that number to then decide, where do I charge, do I have to charge, and how much do I have to charge. Thank you everyone for joining me on this video about electric vehicle consumption, and I truly hope that all the concepts and numbers are well explained. So make sure you subscribe for more EV content, and I am Solomon. As always, see you on the next one.